As the sun sets over mid-Michigan, the sports spirit ignites. Volleyballs soar, echoing the determination of champions. The gridiron roars to life as student-athletes clash in a dance of skill, strength, and strategy. Basketball courts pulse with energy, each dribble a heartbeat of the game. As winter turns to spring, the diamonds will glisten under the sun, a stage for baseball and softball glory and triumph. Fans unite in a symphony of support for their beloved teams. Amid cheers and tears, memories are etched into the tapestry of time. Join us as we journey through the magic that is high school sports. It's time for high school volleyball on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Hello and welcome to Sacred Heart Academy for girls volleyball action here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. And this is one of those nights where it's even a little bit different, a little bit bigger than the action that's actually out on the volleyball court tonight. And we have got a powerhouse game, 25-1-1 versus 25-1-1 Breckenridge versus 25-2-2 Sacred Heart Academy. This is going to be an absolutely special game here tonight. But the reason we are here is even a little bit bigger, even a little bit more special than this match. And you know it has to be a big deal when you've got 25-1-1 versus 25-2-2. The reason why this game is kind of secondary to everybody here tonight is because this is the annual Dig for Life game for Sacred Heart Academy Volleyball. All the funds raised tonight are going to be going towards the Angel Wings Fund, and I'll have Damon Brown with, what would your exact title be? Founder of the Angel Wings Fund, president, what would it exactly be these days, Damon?
I'm the executive director of the Angel Wings Fund.
All right, the executive director of the Angel Wings Fund. If people have listened to me, over the past 10 years, I'm Buck 92 and my 104.3. You've heard me talk a lot about the Angel Wings Fund because I guess I could give you some credit for helping me graduate college, all the stuff I did for Angel Wings Fund with you and Keisha back in the day. But let's talk a little bit about what Angel Wings Fund is, what you guys are trying to do. You just had to do it here out on the floor. Right. Now I'm going to make you do it over the airwaves.
It's all good. No, I mean, it's, Angel Wings was started 17 years ago by my late wife, Keisha Brown, just really focused on helping this community. We know that there's people in the community who are impacted by cancer, and especially children. And Keisha's dream was always to make sure that children's dreams, their goals shouldn't end because a parent has cancer. And so we've made it our mission to continue to pour into this community. This community gave us so much as Keisha was battling her battle with cancer for 7 years. We want to make sure we give back to this community, if not do more for this community, say thank you for everything they've done. And so we've been doing the work of Angel Wings for, like I said, 17 years, giving away a lot of scholarships, a lot of awards, a lot of assistance to people in need in this community. So we're very blessed to be able to do that work.
Yeah, it seems like just yesterday we were doing the Angel Wings 5K back in my sports management class, and how far things have come, how big things have grown. It's really, really cool to see. And I'm going to put you on the spot here. Can you give me one example of, scholarship or something that you've done?
We do the So we do the Holiday Hugs program, which is an opportunity where during the holiday season where the organization has a chance to give back to the community. And so we identify individuals in the family, in the community who are battling cancer. And what we do is for Thanksgiving and for the Christmas time, we do meals and we do go shopping for holiday gifts for children and the families as well. And so we do that in both Isabella and Gratiot County. So we're usually impact around about 30, 35 families. And so we're very, very blessed and very thankful to be able to do this work because it's hard work, and we never want families to feel like they've got to make a decision, especially around the holiday season. Is it a gift or is it medicine? Is it a gift or money to put gas in the car to go for treatment? So we want to be that bridge to make sure you have to worry about that. We want to take care of the gifts. We want to take care of the basic needs so that way people can go on and continue to live their lives and focus on what's really important.
Yeah, and it's one of those, I want to say it's so cool you're impacting so many families, but again, you wish you were impacting no families because nobody had cancer, and that that's the ultimate goal with research and all that stuff. But what you guys are doing here in the community, that's what I want to stress. It's a direct impact. Yes. So many people, when they give dollars, they want to know where it goes. All the money that goes to Angel Wings is staying right here in our local community to help out local families.
Yes, right here. And that was, this community gave so much to our family. That's what we want. We want to give back to this community here, and it's been so much to us. I don't know if we'd be able to make it through if we didn't have people, especially folks at Sacred Heart or in Mount Pleasant, wherever it may be. I mean, so many people just gave of themselves and of their time to make sure that we're able to do the things that we need to do as a family. So this is just our way to continue to say thank you.
And if somebody's not able to make it out here tonight for this game, but they want to impact, they want to, get involved with Angel Wings, how would you tell them to go about doing so?
Yeah, definitely find us online on social media, Angel Wings Fund, or send us an email to angelwingsfund@gmail.com.
All right.
We'll definitely find ways to get folks involved and get connected, because there's always things that need to be done. And sometimes it's not about making a financial donation. It could be helping out raise awareness or something as well. And so if you know someone who is battling cancer and needs some assistance, please reach out to us as well, so that way we can help out.
Yeah, then I'll throw myself under the bus. They reach out to me here at the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. I can get you in contact with Damon or anybody that need to get in contact with, no problem. But, Damon, thanks so much for what you are doing. I talk with Terry Hesbrook all the time about the B4 Foundation, and he's talking about some of the worst moments in his life to benefit others, and you and Angel are doing,
Right.
It's always tough for you guys to, talk about it, but you guys are doing it for such a great reason. I can't thank you enough, man, for you continuing to impact families, and Keisha continuing to impact families, which, getting to know her a little bit, I know that's exactly what she would want.
Absolutely. Definitely so. I appreciate all your time as well, my friend.
Yep, Dame, thanks so much for joining me. We're going to take a break here on our Woods Household pregame show. When we come back, we're going to talk about these two teams out on the floor. 25-1-1 Breckenridge, 25-2-2 Sacred Heart Academy. When we come back here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Hey, Rowan, want to toss the ball around?
No, thanks.
A quick game of chess?
Maybe later.
Want me to teach you to ride a bike?
Papa, we did all that when I was little.
I guess you're right. Marbury-Law's kept me so busy, time has just flown by.
There is one thing, though. You got any cookies?
Thought you'd never ask.
For over 4 decades, ENS Graphics has delivered confidence, trust, and peace of mind by providing their customers with expert service and using state-of-the-art technology. We all know in sports, what's on the inside counts the most. But when it comes to your business, school, organization, what's on the outside does matter. If your business needs anything printed, ENS Graphics can do it. If you want your club, team, organization to look good, ENS can help with that. They take your vision and make it their mission. ENS Graphics, a proud supporter of the Mid-Michigan community and their local athletes. Visit ENS Graphics at their location down in Ithaca, or visit their website at esgraphics.com. ENS Graphics, printing all things physical.
Welcome back inside Sacred Heart Academy. Chris Bachman, and now alongside a guy who I got to give a whole lot of credit for, and I thought he would have been on these airwaves sooner, but he's busy, I'm busy. Sacred Heart football will be with them finally this Thursday, but Mike Verlager joining me. And Mike, I feel like you're one of the big reasons why I'm even here starting this thing, doing this thing, and the way things have gone. I just got to, actually I'm giving, people can't see it, but I'm giving this guy a hug right now behind the scenes for all the help he gave me in the summer. And one particular day at John's where you and I kind of sat there for a couple hours and just kind of really, you kind of talked me through everything as a businessman to a guy who is not a businessman but is trying to learn how to be one. So thank you so much for that. But, oh, boy, we've got a big one here tonight. 25-1-1 Breckenridge, 25-2-2 Sacred Heart Academy. You've been around a lot of volleyball. Have you ever seen a matchup with two teams, 50 wins, and we're just getting to October?
Well, and coming out of the same conference.
Yeah, wow.
That's. I mean, you normally don't, run across that. But what an opportunity for both of these teams tonight to make a statement.
Yep, and you've been able to see a little bit of Sacred Heart volleyball. I saw them way earlier this year, but I know Sophie Hauk, her setter, the senior setter, she just brings a whole lot to the table for this Irish team. How many games have you actually been to? Going to put you on the spot here.
I think 4.
All right, 4.
Yeah.
And so what have you seen from them?
Yeah, just aggressive. The one thing about the Coach Davis and her programs is that every year it's just sustained. There's not a lot of drop off, and a lot of that goes to Sacred Heart. Having the ability to field a freshman team and a JV team. A lot of schools this size don't have that luxury, and there's just such a large participation level within the program that everybody gets a lot of reps in a lot of games and those weekend tournaments, and it all adds up, and it culminates here on a night like this.
Yeah, and you think, was it 2 years ago you lose Munley, Laney, a bunch of girls, Angel, you keep losing these girls year after year, and you're expecting there to be a drop-off, and then here they are again, to one of the top-ranked teams in the
state.
state.
Well doesn't seem to run dry, I mean, there might be a few position fall-offs a little bit, but, overall the talent level doesn't seem to drop off. So it's just Krista's done a great job, in her time running this program, and then also the ACES program that she runs, outside of Sacred Heart, for really everybody in the Central Michigan area. I just think that the volleyball here is alive and well.
Yep, and same thing at Breckenridge, 25-1-1 on the year. Both of these teams have gone to some weekend tournaments as the smallest school, where the opposing schools probably look and see,
right.
Breckenridge, Sacred Heart, we might have an easy win, but no, I think they've both won 3 weekend tournaments, and Sacred Heart has won 3 straight on 3 straight weekends, and they are big ones as well, too, for what they have been able to do. Like I said, Hauk, Chelsea Lynch, Izzy Ruckert. If there's a Terwilliger out there, always a name that I am going to be looking for. But
Absolutely.
We're about set for some championship volleyball here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. And are you going to throw yourself under the bus for volleyball and stay on the air with me?
I'm staying with you.
All right, because
I'm staying with you.
It is tough to do that in high school volleyball.
This will be a learning experience.
But we're going to venture and do it together. But it's about time for the national anthem. We'll be back right after this.
The Bird in downtown Mount Pleasant, open every day but Sunday for lunch and dinner. Delicious pizza, the world-famous Bird Burger, handcrafted, fresh-baked subs, many apps, and much more. There's something for everyone at The Bird in downtown Mount Pleasant, where friends gather like family. The Bird, supporting high school sports in mid-Michigan for nearly 100 years.
Jenna Gates.
And Kyle Gates here. We are the 5th generation with Gates Drilling and Service.
We've been serving our friends and neighbors in Michigan since 1893.
We have the latest and greatest well drilling technology, allowing us to put in wells where others can't.
Lake lots and tight spaces are no problem.
From our family to yours, thank you, and call at 989-772-7841 for all your well drilling and service needs.
Gates Drilling and Service, where Gates goes, water flows.
Bill's Custom Fab can handle any job you need, from large-scale steel building projects to fixing your favorite stainless serving pan. Bill's Custom Fab can weld and fabricate anything. Call today at 989-772-5817 or stop by on Gover Parkway in Mount Pleasant. Good luck to all of our local athletes from Bill's Custom Fab.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back inside our Barberry Law studios here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network, built by Konwinski Construction. Shout out to Gates Drilling and Service, Woods Household, sponsor of our pregame show, Weefrich Financial, and the Bird All-American Grill. Will have the Bird postgame show coming up after this contest between 25-1-1 and 25-2-2, or 25-1-1 Breckenridge. Should probably say that the team's name.
Yeah, there you go.
And 25-2-2 Sacred Heart Academy. It's Chris Bachman. It's Mike Verlager here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network, and you're about to learn how fast volleyball really is, Mike. I'm sure you've watched it a lot, but trying to keep up talking about it. Oh, man.
I've tried to keep up with you announcing it, so it's a learning experience, that's for sure.
Yep, and we're going to continue to learn here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network with our high school volleyball action. But the one thing that I am learning now that I got, the video coverage going and everything, is that sometimes saying less is a little bit more. Sometimes I don't need to say all that much because the action speaks for itself out there.
You got to let it breathe.
Yeah, exactly. But they're doing the introductions right now, and I kind of got the starting rotation for Breckenridge. Liz McCall, Maddie Brees, Lily St. John, Emma Tinson, Bonnie Colthrup, and Blair Davenport, and Bailey Clapp will be the libero. Libero for Sacred Heart Academy is going to be Izzy Ruckert, and trying to get starters for volleyball, it's a little bit different than the other sports because those rotations come in hot and heavy. And so when I was asking, Coach Davis, she gave me all the positions, so I feel like I can go through that.
Yeah.
Sophie Hauptmeier and Wheaton, a senior and a junior, a pair of setters. Helen Montrose, the right side hitter. Aaron Judge, a middle hitter. Chelsea Lynch, an outside hitter. The libero, Izzy Ruckert. Right side hitter, Nicole Gunner. Outside hitter, Logan Novak. Middle hitter, Karis Terwilliger. Another setter, and Maddie Anderson. And they got a couple defensive specialists with Ellie Morrow and Elise Latham. Another middle hitter with Hannah Roseland rounding out the numbers, I guess, going 2 through 27 there for Sacred Heart Academy. For Breckenridge, again, Ms. McCaw, Maddie Brees, Lily St. John, Maddie Aldrich, Emma Tinson, Bailey Clapp, Bonnie Colthrup, Ava Colthrup, Ronnie Tester, Blair Davenport, and Kayla Goward. Should be a fantastic one here tonight between these two squads. And it's Liz McCaw, not McCall. My bad to Liz and the McCaws out there as I get that right with my chicken scratch handwriting. But here we are, ready for first set. And again, you already have that quick substitution coming in for the libero, as the libero can come in and out as much as they want. I'm going to move this camera here a little bit, maybe get in a better spot for me to control this bad rider here for everybody. And we are set, opening serve. We are underway, and you've got the light pink out there is Sacred Heart Academy, and Aaron Judge quickly with a kill for the point for the Irish. And if you're old school like me, you grew up with rally scoring. That is not the case anymore. Or maybe you grew up with the side-out scoring, but now it's rally scoring, so it goes fast and in a hurry. 1-0, Irish girls with the lead, and now on the serve. Nice job handling that serve by Breckenridge. And it's just going to be in. Nice job getting it to the back row on the hit from the Breckenridge Huskies. And that's another thing I'm learning. We used to say spike. It is now hit kill with the girls or whatever.
Right.
You don't say spike anymore. Now on the serve for Breckenridge is going to be the sophomore, Maddie Brees. Nice job handling it by Sacred Heart. Out looking to set up Judge on the set. It's blocked at the net. Great play, but the Irish girls are able to keep it alive. And then a nice kill from Logan Novak from her outside hitter position. She's going to get the point. And that was just a really great play from Novak right there. It didn't look like she was going to have really a play on it at all, but she just went up and hammered it down. Irish girls stand on the serve. Nice job by the libero of Breckenridge to handle that one to set up her teammate. A little tip over, but going into the net is Breckenridge, and so it'll be a point for the Irish. The score now 3-1, Sacred Heart with the lead.
That's one of the things that attending games, I'm still learning. Going over the net, under the net.
That's the one signal that, it happens so fast. It's really hard for me to see what's going on. And a credit to the officials that we've got here being able to handle that, because, man, it is a tough call. Little tip of the net is blocked by Sophie Hauk.
Very nice.
Hauk usually looking to set up her teammates, but she shows her versatility there with a great block at the net. And it was a nice setup. I believe that was McCaw going for the kill right there. But similar to going up for a layup in high school basketball and you're just going to get blocked sometimes. Sometimes you got to go for that hit kill and you're going to get blocked at the net. Irish girls back on the serve. It hits the net and goes over. 5-1 now Irish. And that's a play that if you could plan that out for your server to hit the net every time, you would love it. But easier said than done. Irish girls remain on the serve. It's Ellie Morrow. 5-1 our score here in the first set of possibly 5 here tonight with 25-1-1 Breckenridge. And there's a mishandle in the backcourt by Maddie Brees. And that one didn't hit the top of the ceiling here, but it looked like something affected her maybe up top with that roof. But 6-1 our score now. I feel like the start of this game is going to be a big deal as well, Mike. One of these teams gets off to a good run with the confidence they've got. Block at the net from Judge. And so it'll be another point for the Irish. It is now 7-1. That's the second block we've seen at the net. And I feel like similar to a turnover in football or big block in basketball, that can be the most impactful play from time to time.
Well, and Aaron Judge is just a force out there. We can watch her.
Nice job by the libero digging that one out. That's a pancake dig as I continue to learn more and more. Now Rukert's able to have a nice pass to set up her teammate. A nice job by the opposite libero for Breckenridge. Action continues. Huskies get it right over the net. Nice play from Chelsea Lynch, but it's handled nicely by Breckenridge as this long volley continues. Judge now set up for the hammer, and she spikes it down. Aaron Judge now with 2 kills and a block already here in the early going. We've got a timeout on the floor. I've made the joke a few times, and I'll continue to make it tonight as I read through our list of sponsors. High school volleyball is not built for a broadcast, going to commercials and whatnot. So Big shout out to J&J Auto Collision, Konowinski Construction, Weber Brothers Sawmill, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply, Mount Pleasant Heating and AC, ENS Graphics, GNS Mechanical, and Mount Pleasant Public Schools are hiring bus drivers, and they also need parapros and substitute teachers. Get started at Mount Pleasant MT Pleasant Schools with an S.net. 8-1 our score. Just domination from Sacred Heart in the early going. And the one thing that I did see coming into this game with those two crazy records, the teams that Sacred Heart has beaten here today. Again, Breckenridge has beat everybody, so credit to them. But you look at 2 weekends ago, Sacred Heart beat Garber, and then they beat Mount Pleasant in a tournament final. That is a win that's going to give you so much confidence.
It's those schedules, and you start to see that once you get back into league play, right?
Stan on the serve is going to be Ellie Morrow. She's on a little bit of a run right here. Was that maybe 6 points in a row from her serves now? Sends over the float serve. Handled nicely by the libero from Breckenridge. Still trying to get these girls' names down. They look for the little setter dump right there, but it's going to go into the net. Another point for Breckenridge, and Morrow will stay on the serve.
This early confidence for the Irish got to be huge.
9-1 our score here in our first set. And Breckenridge comes in at 25-1-1. I don't imagine they've trailed in too many sets this entire year. Sylvia with a little setter dump into the donut hole for the point. Woo! And then you also write that down as a kill, but I like that play a little bit more than the hit kill when you just kind of
find where they're not.
Yep. You don't have to hit it hard every time. Same with baseball sometimes and softball. Sometimes you just got to find that hole out there. Speaking of which, congratulations to the Tigers winning their first wild card game versus the Houston Astros. And
it got exciting.
They may be the first team ever. They went from 5 weeks ago a 1% chance to make the playoffs to a 100% chance to make the playoffs. Pretty cool stuff. Emma Tinson now on the serve for Breckenridge, but it goes into the net. And coming right back in for her is going to be the libero Bailey Claps. Now a couple substitutions coming in for Sacred Heart Academy as well. On the serve for the Irish girls is going to be Maddie Anderson. Now in on that front row is Karis Terwilliger. 11-2. Irish with a big lead here in our first set. That one's going to be out of bounds. Right now it looks like Breckenridge is having a little trouble with that serve return, that serve, the first touch kind of thing.
Well, and to your point, we said earlier, if you get down and you're not accustomed to that, it's a different feeling, right?
On the serve once again is Anderson, and it's a great serve. It's actually going to go way into the backcourt. Breckenridge is somehow going to keep it alive. But Houck's going to have a chance to set up her teammate for the kill. Terwilliger with a little tip over. It's read by Breckenridge. Nice play by the Huskies. Now looking for a kind of deep attack from the front row there. Handled nicely by the Irish. Lynch sends it over for the kill. Breckenridge continues the volley. Houck with a chance to set up her teammate Lynch. Dug out by the libero in the back row for Breckenridge. We're going to have a point going to the Irish because they're going to say it was a double hit from the Huskies. And that's another one of those, it moves so fast. You kind of, the whistle blows, you're like, wait, hang on, what happened out there?
Spock, I'm used to calling football, so that's a lot slower paced.
And people don't think about it because there's so much stoppage in volleyball. But when volleyball gets going, it's unlike anything else when it comes to the speed. Out, chance to set up her teammate Terwilliger. Blocked at the net. Point will go to Breckenridge. A great play right there. And Houck is just always in the right place at the right time to set up her teammates, and that's what you want from a setter. If she's the quarterback or the point guard of the offense out there, Houck doing a fantastic job right now setting up her teammates. On the serve is going to be Maddie Aldrich for the Lady Huskies. Dug out by the Irish girls. That was Wheaton, but it was a good serve, and I think that was one of those float serves. Well, it comes in like a knuckleball. You think you're in good position, then it hits your wrist and just goes flying one way. 13-4 the score. Lynch's going to hammer this one over. It's dug out by the Huskies. Now they're just going to have to pass it over. A little bit of a misplay there. Ruckert handles it. Nice little set back for Houck to set up to Terwilliger. Now a block at the net by the Irish girls. Wheaton digs it out. Now Lynch, a little setter dump over. Nice volley right here. Huskies set it over. Nice dig from Ruckert. Now the pass from Houck. Breckenridge continues the volley. Nice little setter dump there by Houck, but they were ready for it, but then it goes into the net for the point for Sacred Heart Academy. 15-4, 14-4 will remain the score now. What a start for Sacred Heart Academy. Again, you come in playing a team that's 25-1-1. You don't expect to get up 10 points, period. In fact, you're up 10 points here in the early going is a great sign. And now Sophie Hauk is on the serve. Aldridge looks to set up her teammate. Nice dig in the back row from Sacred Heart to keep it alive. And that one's going to go out, and that's what happens right there. It was a really nice setup on the last play or the last volley from Breckenridge, but it was somehow kept alive out there by Sacred Heart Academy and Ellie Morrow, and you just keep that play alive and wait for that other team to make a mistake. That's what volleyball is all about. 15-4 the count. Play at the net for Breckenridge. It's blocked, but still ends up on the Irish side. Now a little tap over for the Irish. It's going to go into the net, and it'll end up going over for a point. Nicole Gunner had a play on it, but it was a little tricky the way it bounced on the net, and she wasn't able to get a hand on it. Hit the floor on the side of the Irish girls. 15-5 now the score. And you got a feeling Breckenridge just needs to make a little bit of run, get some momentum going here. McCall with the serve. Rukert's just going to have to pass it over for the Irish girls. Nice block at the net, but it still gets over. And that's what happens when you know what you're doing on those hits. You don't always want to go with the power. Sometimes it's all about the angle. The Breckenridge front row player did take a great angle right there. It allowed for the point.
A little bit of finesse.
15-6. McCall remains on the serve, and that's going to be an ace for McCall right on the sideline. Excellent serve from the junior. She'll stay on the serve. It's now 15-7. Irish girls with the lead. Breckenridge trying to find some momentum here. Dig for life night at Sacred Heart Academy is why you see both the girls out there in the pink. And it's another ace for McCaw. And so maybe this is the little bit of run that Breckenridge needed to get
starting to dig back, aren't they?
And as I say that, as we say that, we kind of jinxed the server there. She sends that one a little low. 16-8. The Irish girls now in front, and they're back on the serve. And it will be Chelsea Lynch on the serve for the Irish girls. Shout to our friends at Isabella Bank, Joe Wentworth, Bryce Updegraff, Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates, and our friends at the Diner for making it possible to bring you high school volleyball. Great pancake dig from Rukert to keep it alive. Now Breckenridge with another chance to send it over. Lynch to Hout, trying to set up to Williger on the little tip there. It's read by Breckenridge. Nice play on the front row from the Husky girls. This one's sent over, and it will be a kill for Maddie Brees. What an excellent pancake dig, though, from Rukert to keep that alive. 16-9 now the score, and Bailey Clapp, the libero, is going to be on the serve for the Husky girls. Look, the libero's always got a good serve. Hauk looking to set up her teammate to Williger. It's blocked at the net. A great block, but the Irish girls keep it alive. Now they go to the opposite side with it. Huskies continue to keep things alive. Nice dig from Rukert on the back row. Terwilliger looking for the kill. It's tipped over by Breckenridge, but Terwilliger stays with it. Gets the tip on the second try, and it's a kill for Terwilliger.
Persistence paid off.
Absolutely. Couple of great plays at the net on both sides there. Rukert now on the serve, 17-9. The Irish girls with the lead here in set number one. To set over this time. Irish girls kind of just have to pass it over now themselves. Set up the kill on the far side for Brees. It's going to be a kill. And that's why you want to keep it on that right. If you can keep it right on that baseline, that sideline makes it really tough to handle over on that far side or here on the near side. But I think it's probably also really tough to get that angle as, you know, when you're going up for the kill as well.
Huskies trying to get into their groove here, you feel a little bit, right?
Yep, now on the serve is Bailey Davenport. Hout tips it back, Judge with a hit over, and it's going to be a kill. Those are the plays that you see from Sophie Hauk that not a lot of other setters make. The ball was going over the net. She jumps up, tips it back to her teammate so she can get set up for the hit. Just an excellent play there from the senior Sophie Hauk. Marin Wheaton now on the serve for the Irish girls. 18-10, they lead it. Lynch to Hout, trying to set up Judge. Judge goes for the tip. Nice play from the Huskies and Bonnie Colthrop. Rukert digs it out. Another chance to set up the hit here. This one's going to be a little long for the Irish girls. Novak with a little too much heat on that one as it sails out of bounds.
Little heavy.
18-11 the score. Back on the serve is McCaw. Just had a nice little run. Couple aces a few minutes ago. Hauk looking to set up Judge at the net. It's blocked at the net, but goes out of bounds on the side of the Huskies. It's another kill for Aaron Judge. That's 4 kills and a block that I've got for here in this first set in the Spockman unofficial stats. Now on the serve, Miss Ellie Morrow. 19-11. Irish girls with the lead. Got a feeling you don't want to let Breckenridge stick around in this game. They said they're starting to find a groove out there. You want to try and get this set as quick as you can. Sophie Hauk trying to set up Judge once again, and Judge finds a great angle.
Wow.
But somehow the Husky girls keep it alive. Hauk setting up Judge once again. She tips this one over, and the Husky girls cannot keep it alive that time.
Well placed.
Another kill for Aaron Judge. But what a play defensively for the Husky girls to keep that alive.
That was crazy.
And those are the things in volleyball that's impossible to call that because it just happens a little too fast.
If you were good enough, you'd call that.
maybe by the playoffs we'll get there. And it's going to be an ace on the back row on the serve for Morrow. And we got another timeout coming from Breckenridge. And since we got the two of us here, we're just going to continue to give love to our sponsors like Bryant Family Farms. They'll be open tomorrow from 3 to 7 p.m. Or pardon me, they were open today from 3 to 7 p.m. They'll be open Thursday from 3 to 7 p.m. Go get your mom, get your pumpkins and everything you need to get ready for fall with Bryant Family Farms. Also, shout out to Dean and the crew at Hanging by a Thread, the official embroiders of the Mid-Michigan Sports Network, Central Michigan Sand and Gravel, Block Electric, All Seasons Fireworks, and Isabella Bank, along with Barry Funeral Home, and our friends at Boomer's Lawn Care, Thomas McCann and the crew. Hopefully he'll be with me Friday as I'm bringing Beale City Everett football to the masses up in Everett at the fairgrounds. But, oh, boy, let's talk a little Irish football. We got a big one coming up Thursday.
We do. We've got the Fulton Pirates coming to town. This is going to be just like last year. It's going to be a great battle. I think that, we both carry the same records going into this game. They're coming off a tough loss against Morris, and certainly they're going to want to right the ship. And we've got some good things going on, too, and everybody's making that run now. We're going to the second half of the season.
Yeah, I mean, it seems crazy to think that we're going to be 2/3 of the way through our high school football season after this Friday, but that's why high school football is so special. It goes so fast, and there are so few games. Huskies coming out of the timeout. A great dig from Ruckert as she dives on the floor to keep it alive. Now Lynch passes it over. Huskies chance to set something up here offensively. Block at the net by Judge. Hauk wants to set up Judge's head. She goes for the little kill over into the donut hole. And again, the intelligence of Sophie Hauk, I see it as when I'm calling basketball games, I can see the intelligence because I've watched so much basketball. But starting to learn to see the intelligence on the volleyball court, it seems like if I just want to find somebody making smart plays, I could just watch Sophie Hauk all day long.
Yeah, she's just got great presence out there, sound mind of where she's at, and where things need to go. It's really fun to watch.
23-11 now the score. Remaining on the serve is Ellie Morrow. She's had a couple really good runs in this first set for the Irish girls from her serve position. Out there with Ruckert, Wheaton, Lynch, and Sophie Hauk and Judge. And there's an ace for Morrow. She's had more than 2, but I've written down 2 for her. It's 24-11. Now set point here. And if you're the Huskies, you probably haven't trailed like this in a match all season long. On the serve, Morrow. Sends it over, and it's going to go out of bounds. Nice patience there from Breckenridge. It's got to be tough to let that one go when it's set point. Give some love to more of our great sponsors here today, like WW Construction, Doozy's Ice Cream Place, Rick's Food Center, Almost Up North and Stitches for Britches, Gross Farms, and Brad Gross Electric. Hammer over. It's just going to be tipped, but it's going to be a double touch, so that'll do it. 25-12. The Irish girls absolutely roll in the first set, and for the Breckenridge player, there wasn't really another play to make for her but to do the double touch. That was all she could really do. So we're going to take a break here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about the second set, maybe talk a little bit more Irish football, maybe talk a little Angel Wings as well. It's Dig for Life night here at Sacred Academy. The Irish girls lead the Huskies 1-0 on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Central Michigan Sand and Gravel, just like our student athletes, they bring it. If you need sand or gravel, they bring it to you with fast service and a great price. For all of your sand and gravel needs, call Central Michigan Sand and Gravel today at 989-382-7089. Central Michigan Sand and Gravel, a proud supporter of our student athletes competing for their schools. All Seasons Fireworks is a big fan of all the athletes, coaches, officials, and volunteers who make high school sports happen. To make your next event bigger and brighter, stop by All Seasons Fireworks on M20 in Mount Pleasant. Graduations, birthdays, weddings, or a big win become more memorable underneath a night sky lit up by the magic of fireworks. All Seasons Fireworks on M20 in Mount Pleasant.
Back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back inside the Mid-Michigan Sports Network in our Barbary Law Studios, built by Konwinski Construction. Chris Bachman alongside Mike Verlegger. 1-0, Sacred Heart Academy on top, and 25-12 the score. Now remind everybody again, this is 25-1-1 versus 25-2-2. If you would have been saying, go to the old ESPN bet here, even though nobody should bet on high school sports. If you were looking at a favorite in each set, Sacred Heart, maybe a 1-point favorite in each set because they're the home team, or just trying to put some numbers. 25-12, that's impressive.
I would have lost the over-under.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. But what an impressive first set, and we start to think about that Zaid Batchelder baller of the game here early in our high school volleyball. Erin Judge, I had her for 5 kills and a block, but Sophie Hauk, man, she just makes, similar to like she does in basketball, she just makes every play that her team seems to need out there.
Yeah, it just seems she teleports, she's where she needs to be, and it's just a high percentage she's going to, deliver for the Irish.
She teleports. I really like that. And I think some of it also has to do, give some credit to Krista Davis with her game plan. Every first pass off of the, receive of the serve for Sacred Heart is always about putting it in that front corner for Sophie Hauk. And where they're able to do that, she's able to really set them up. But then even when it's not that accurate, like I said, there was 2 times in that set where she kind of tipped it back over. She has enough hops to get up over the net and kind of tip it back to her teammate to really set him up for a good kill.
Well, and Coach Davis sets it up. It's very methodical. You can watch it each possession, and even knowing what's coming, Breckenridge had issues with it.
25-12, and again, I'll point. And this is not a knock on Breckenridge, but the competition play. Coming into this game, like I said, you beat Garber, you beat Mount Pleasant. Some of these big tourneys that they have won. Garber, Perry, Langsburg, they've won all 3 of their tournaments the last 3 weekends, and those are some big-time tournaments.
Well, Coach Davis does that every single year. You equate it to Tom Izzo and the Spartans going out and playing a bunch of ACC powerhouses before the conference play, right? It all pays off at the end on the competition you play throughout the, early in that season.
Irish girls looking for the kill with Novak right off the get-go. It's handled nicely by Breckenridge. A nice little dig right there by Izzy Ruker. That was going to go a little long. 1-0, the Huskies will start off with the lead, and now they will be on the serve. Yeah, I like how you equated it to Tom Izzo. You might come into some conference seasons with a record of 14-6, but that's okay. And then you have some years like this one where you still come in with an amazing record at 25-1-1 despite the tough competition that you have played. Hauk looking to set up Judge. No, it's opposite side that time. And it is a great decision. And there it is again.
Yep.
I am sure that, Sophie Hauk's going to be setting up Erin Judge for the hit kill. But no, she goes over the back of her head to Montrose for the kill. And Breckenridge wasn't ready for it. 1-1 our score. Maren Wheaton on the serve for the Irish girls. It's a nice serve because the pass just goes right back over. Now they're able to set up Judge looking for the kill, and she'll get it. So a nice start, but then again, there's Sophie Hauk with 2 great assists back-to-back. Again, something that is just tough to keep track of when it comes to the volleyball. We're trying to write down those blocks and kills, the assists. Maybe we'll get there someday. This one might hit the ceiling, but Breckenridge is still going to handle it. And then 2 girls kind of going into the same place at the same time.
Nobody left.
Yep, both get their hands out. And again, that's what's so tough about volleyball. It is so darn fast. You're one of those 2 girls out there. You guys both make that same mistake. Well, both make that same step, and there's no way you can fix that mistake. Another good serve from the Irish girls. Good dig. Houck looking to set up her teammate Judge. And it's going to be out of bounds, so it'll now be 3-2. And if you're the Huskies, the last one started off 5-1. This one's starting off a little bit better here for Breckenridge. And again, we expect this to go 5 sets when you have these two type of teams here. Remaining on the serve is going to be McCall. Houck just kind of has to pass this one up, and Ruckert will send it over. Could allow Breckenridge to set up something at the net for the kill. They do, but it's going to go a little bit long for the hitter, Emma Tinson. Now 4-2, the Irish girls with the lead. Some substitutions coming in and out. Coming into the game is going to be Ellie Morrow. Again, you talk about, an MVP of that first set. She had some really nice runs there at her when she was back there serving.
Serving, yeah, absolutely.
And she has another good serve into a tough spot. It's handled by McCall, but just barely. And it's going to go into the net for another point for the Irish. Yeah, it seems like when Morrow's back there on the serve, that receives always really, really tough for Breckenridge. And you've got the speed serve or the velocity serve and then the float serve. And again, I feel like there's that broadcaster's jinx whenever you start talking about somebody making a great serve or being great at it, it goes into the net.
Yeah, great job, Spock.
Yeah, you can blame that one on me, Ellie. Next time you see me. Now on the serve for the Breckenridge girls is going to be Emma Tinson. Sends this one way to the back corner. An excellent serve. It's going to be a pass over now for the Sacred Heart Academy girls. Chance to set up the hit. Goes to the back row once again. Ruckert passes it to the front row. Sent over by Sophie Houck. McCall looking for the kill on the far side. Nice play by Wheaton to keep it alive. Now Judge passes it over. Nice rally right here with both these teams. And again, two Husky girls end up same place, same time. They still do get it over, but now Judge is set up for the kill, and she makes it. And that is another assist for Sophie Houck. I've got her with at least 3 here in the early going. 3 of the 6 points set up by Miss Houck. Now on the serve for the Irish girls is going to be Maddie Anderson. 6-3 our score here in the second set. The Irish girls lead at 1-0 here on Dig for Life night with 25-1-1 Breckenridge and 25-2-2 Sacred Heart. That one is going to be out of bounds 7-3. And those are the mistakes you don't want to have if you're Breckenridge right there.
Just unforced.
You should be able to handle that serve. And unforced errors, that is the biggest thing when it comes to high school volleyball. If you can just keep it alive, the other team's going to make a mistake eventually. It's just a very difficult game to play. A nice little setter dump there by Breckenridge. Wow. Somehow handled by Sacred Heart. Then they both keep it alive. And getting the kill is going to be Hannah Rosalind. And so Irish started to take control a little bit again here early in this second set, as it's now 8-3 Irish over the Huskies. And another great serve. Breckenridge is just going to have to try and pass this one over. They do. It ends up being a difficult pass to handle, and the pass over is set up for a kill from McCall.
Huskies needed that one.
And that was a big play from Liz McCall. There's, we talk about the intelligence out there as a player. She saw that one coming over, was able to time it right, and went up for a kill without an assist from anybody. 8-4 our count. Set number 2. On the serve for the Huskies is Maddie Aldrich. Houck looking to set up Rosalind, and it's just going to be out of bounds. Point will go to the Huskies. And that's where that volleyball court, when you're out here watching, you don't realize how small it is with that red line just about 5 feet back of the free throw line.
Kind of like a postage stamp.
Yeah, absolutely. They send it over, and this one's going to be long, so the point will go to the Irish. And again, rally scoring, I absolutely love it. Quote unquote, back in my day, that would have been a side out. You could only score when you had the serve.
That's right, yes.
I can't imagine how long some of these matches, some of those tournaments would be with that type of scoring still. The rally scoring, I absolutely love it. And just a little bit easier to kind of keep pace with everything. Irish girls trying to set up the kill. It's a nice dig from the libero Clapp. Houck looking to set up her teammate here. It's tipped over by Rosalind, but it's handled nicely by the Husky girls. Houck will setter dump. Reese is able to get her paws on it. The Husky girls, they send it back over. A little tip right there for Montrose. Get handled nicely by Breckenridge. Nice little volley, nice little rally back and forth with these two right now. Lynch looking for the kill, and she gets it. It was a good block at the net from Kayla Goward. But with the power of Lynch, and again, she got that angle correct.
She did.
Sophie Hauk now on the serve. 10-5 Irish girls with the lead. Sends it across. Again, that's what happens right there with that float serve. Getting underneath it in what looked like good position was Maddie Brees. But it's got that weird spin on it that we can't really see from our vantage point. And so once it hits her hands, it just goes flying sideways. Really great serve from Sophie Hauk. Now she's quickly back up to the net at her setter position to set up Lynch for another kill. Sophie Hauk serves that, gets up to the net, and gets the assist as well. That's pretty impressive right there.
The float serve is like the old Tim Wakefield knuckleball.
Yeah, that's what exactly how it was described to me. You just never know which way it's going to go. And in particular, if you're trying to get that receive, you never know which way it's going to go. Big kill from the Huskies. I believe that was McCaw on that one. But it's going to be a point to Breckenridge. 12-6 now our score. And with the scores going to 25, I feel like 20 is that point. If you're Breckenridge, you don't want the Irish girls to be up by more than 4 when they get to 20 here in this second set. Ruckert with the nice dig out on the serve. Roseland looking for the tip over. Nice job by Brees, handling it for her teammates. Now just pass over. Irish could set something up here. Looking for the kill is Lynch. That one was so fast, I didn't even keep up with it on the camera. 13-6, the Irish girls now with the lead. And Chelsea Lynch, when she gets set up just right, doesn't matter if it's volleyball, basketball, or softball, she's going to be able to make that play. She's now on the serve for this Irish team. 13-6 our score. Nice play. A little bit back behind the net was Kayla Goward as she went from the kill about 6-7 feet away maybe from the net. If you got enough hops and can get that angle, that can be a very difficult play to handle. 13-7 now the score. Serve is going to go out of bounds, so it'll be a point for the Irish. Substitution, Aaron Judge coming back into the game, replacing Hannah Roseland. Now on the serve for the Irish girls is libero Izzy Ruckert, who I was able to catch up with this past week. Coach Davis, and one of those girls, holy moly, she's got her head on a lot better than I did at 15, 16 years old with her plans and what she's got going on for her future. 14-8 the score. In for the Huskies on the serve is going to be Blair Davenport. It's 14-8 here in our second set. The Irish girls lead at 1-0. Hauk, again, tips it right at the net. They're going to say she went into the net, though, or she went over the net. Again, that's what I'm seeing the call. They show the little cup of the hand there.
Yeah.
I think that's just going into the net, but we're still trying to figure out everything here.
Huskies within 5 here, though.
14-9 the score. Hauk tips it back to her teammate Judge for the kill. And those are the plays that Sophie Hauk is making at the net that I don't think you're going to see a whole lot of other setters make. She has the hops. She has the jumping ability to go up there and just tip it back to her teammate. And not, you think you usually wouldn't want a player to do that, but she gets that upward trajectory on it, and it ends up being a nice set for her teammate.
Ooh.
And Judge gets the kill right at the net. She won't have it set up better than that. And I've got that as her 9th kill already, and so she's probably in double digits because I know I missed 1 or 2.
Probably.
Wheaton remains on the serve. 16-9 our score here in set number 2. The Irish girls with the lead. Good serve. Handled by Clapp. Now they're just going to have to pass it over by Breckenridge. Hauk, chance to set up her teammate Judge. She comes in for the kill. It's dug out nicely by Breckenridge. Now they got a chance to set up the kill, but it's going to go long for Maddie Brees. 17-9 now the Irish girls in. We're going to have a timeout coming from Breckenridge. And again, volleyball's not built to send it out to the commercial break, so I'm just going to give a shout-out to some more of our great friends and 2 of our new big sponsors, Brian Weefrich Financial, and Woods Household Appliance up in Clare. Big shout-out to them for making it possible for me to be here to bring you these games, along with Berg Bar American Grill, Bill's Custom Fab, Gates Drilling and Service, and we're coming to you from the Barberry Law Studios, built by Conwincy Construction. Weber Brothers Sawmill Timber of the Game is something I kind of do. Mumford Oil and Gas Supply, assist of the game, to make sure I can give all of our sponsors the requisite love. Mumford Oil and Gas Supply, assist to the game. Sophie Hauk's kind of already got that. No. We still got possibly 2.5 more sets to go, but with what we've seen her do, those tip backs, I'm curious to ask Coach Davis about that. I feel like that's something you can't coach. Your player just
You're
has to
just
have a
aware
feel for that.
I mean, you have a feel, exactly.
And I always try and compare it to other sports. It's the equivalent of, a guy going up for a rebound and in the same motion turning it out and kicking it to a wide-open three-point shooter. It's just a very athletic type of play, a special type of play that not a lot of athletes can make. Wheaton's back on the serve. It's another good one. Huskies are just going to have to pass it over, possibly allow Sophie Houck to set up her teammate. This one goes into the net for Houck, but ends up being trouble. And then going into the net are the Husky girls. It's now 18-9. And I'm going to go back to something we talked about a few times, the competition. Again, Breckenridge hasn't played bad competition, but you look at what Sacred Heart's done the last 3 weekends, playing some big schools, just absolutely battle-tested for this 25-1-1 versus 25-2-2 matchup here tonight, as Huskies do make a nice play to close the gap to 8, 18-10, now our score.
Well, the Huskies here need to just stay mentally sound. Don't start hanging heads. They're still well within range of even this set. So, there you go. But point being, they're very capable, Sacred Heart, but playing that competition, though, I think is a difference maker right now.
Yep, and one big thing, too, these two teams will see each other in districts, and they will be monster favorites come district play as well. So that's also something to think about going forward as well. Nice block at the net from Sophie Houck as Breckenridge was looking for the kill. Now she looks to set up her teammate Judge. Judge looks to go to the donut hole, but it's going to be read by the Huskies, but it's going to be a doubled hit, they're going to say. And a tough call there going against Breckenridge. I thought Bailey Clapp had that was Bonnie Colthrop had made a good play on that one, but those officials, they know what they're looking for that double hit. This guy still trying to figure it out a little bit.
They're more well-versed than you or I.
They sure are. 19-11. Morrow back in on the serve for the Irish girls. Houck looking to set up Judge for the kill. And she'll get it off of two Husky players. You don't see that a whole lot. And Aaron Judge now definitely into double digits with kills. And again, you think about that Zayd Batchelder, baller of the game. Woo! Aaron Judge making some noise out there. And this is what we talked about. If you're the Huskies, you didn't want to be down 9 when the Irish got to 20 points. You're already down 1-0. McCall looking for the kill in. She'll get it. Having her hands in the correct place was Marin Wheaton, but when it's coming at you 80, 90, 100 miles an hour, all you do is get your hands up there, and it's going to bounce wherever it's going to bounce. 20-12 our score. Big moment here for the Husky girls. It's Emma Tinson on the serve. Judge, Wheaton sends it over. Huskies looking to set something up on the kill. It's not there. Now Judge looking to set up Chelsea Lynch, and Lynch mistimes that one as it goes into that. It's 20-13. Huskies looking to make a run here, trailing by 7 and trailing 1-0 here on Dig for Life night at Sacred Heart Academy. Well, these young ladies are out there in the pink. Houck looking to set up Lynch. It's blocked at the net, kept alive by Ruker. Houck now looking to set up Judge. Judge went for the tip, but similar to Lynch moments ago, she mistimed the jump. And again, give credit to these ladies. When you go full vertical leap for an hour, you're going to start mistiming some jumps. You're going to start not having it every time you go up. 20-14 the score. Houck setting up Lynch, looking for the back row.
Good
kill
recovery
there. Nice recovery. Now Houck looking for the little center dump there. It goes back over, but right to right to Aaron Judge for yet another kill. I've got her with 5 kills in this one, 5 kills in the first set. She's had some nice blocks out there as well. She gets herself a well-deserved break. On the serve now is Maddie Anderson, looking like a football score right now. Irish lead it, 21-14. Call looking for the kill. It's blocked at the net, but still goes on the side of the Irish girls. Again, there's that angle. There's a nice angle from the far side from Liz McCall to get the kill. 21-15 now we're scoring. Back into the game, Izzy Ruker. On the serve will be Breckenridge. They trail it 21-15. And kind of funny, you and I here talking. Neither of us can really talk a whole lot of volleyball strategy as we're kind of, learning the ropes here. That's a part of me. Well, what are you thinking if you're Breckenridge? Well, you're thinking you need to get 6 points real quick. And they do get one right there on the ace from the Huskies. Nice serve from the junior, Maddie Aldrich. He sends it over. Wheaton to Houck, looking to set up Roseland for the kill. Nice dig, keeping it alive for the Huskies. And then looking for the kill on the far side is McCall. It's going to go out of bounds towards the Irish bench. It's now 22-16, Irish girls with the lead. And there is such a thing called a reverse sweep when a team gets down 2-0 and they come all the way back. But the games that I've seen, once a team gets down 2-0, it doesn't go very well. And a great serve mishandled by the Husky girls, and that was Sophie Hout getting the ace there.
I believe that the Irish ladies did that in the state championship game 2 years ago.
I believe
down two sets to none and came back and won all the last three.
Yeah, and I believe that last overtime set per se was absolutely dominated by Lily Laney. Remember talking with those girls a couple years ago. Lynch looking for the kill. It's tipped at the net. Husky girls will keep it alive. Looking to set up a call for the kill, and she'll get it. A really nice setup there from Aldrich. It's now 23-17. And if you're the Huskies, you're still right there. And a team that's 25-1-1, they've had a lot of 6-point rallies.
Well, and give them credit. You know, the Huskies haven't shown any giving up here.
And that one's going to go out of bounds. A tough serve there. And now it's going to be set point again for the Irish girls. And there was, you have 8 set points or 7 set points as I try and figure this out as they have that big lead. 24-17 our score. On the serve is Chelsea Lynch. Reese looking to send it over. Great dig from Ruker. And a kill from Novak to end it. Ruker with the great dig. It was a nice set from Sophie Hout for maybe her 6th, 7th, 8th assist in that match. But 25-17, an absolutely dominating performance from the Irish girls in set number 2 there. We're going to take a break here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. When we come back, myself, Mike Verlager, going to get you set up for set number 3. The Irish girls up 2-0 here on Breckenridge on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Weber Brothers Sawmill has been in the sawmill and logging business since 1950. Weber Brothers Sawmill buys standing timber and logs all over central and northern Michigan with National Hardwood Lumber Association certification. You can be assured of a professional job, from the marking and cruising of your woods through the harvest. Weber Brothers Sawmill is a proud supporter of our local high school student athletes.
Bill's Custom Fab can handle any job you need, from large-scale steel building projects to fixing your favorite stainless serving pan. Bill's Custom Fab can weld and fabricate anything. Call today at 989-772-5817 or stop by on Gover Parkway in Mount Pleasant. Good luck to all of our local athletes from Bill's Custom Fab.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back to it here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Chris Bachman alongside Mike Verlager. All Irish so far, 25-12, 25-17, and sets number 1 and 2. Shout out to more of our great sponsors here tonight, like the Fisher Companies, Central Concrete, Central Asphalt, and Fisher Transportation, Bogue, Banga, and Bradley, Schaefer's Bait and Sporting Goods, Gross Farms, Brad Gross Electric, Almost Up North, and Stitches for Britches, along with our friends at G&S Mechanical, E&S Graphics, Mount Pleasant Heating and Air Conditioning, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply, Weber Brothers Sawmill, Konwinski Construction, J&J Auto, Weavers Financial, Woods Household Appliance and Claire, The Bird All-American Grill, Bill's Custom Fab, Gates Drilling and Service, and we're coming to you from the Barberry Law Studios to bring you the action here.
Spock, I just got to say, it's so cool to see how many supporters you have for the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. I mean, this is such a needed service in our area, and I know it's just been so well received by all the local high schools. I'm just really happy for the success this is seen early on.
Yeah, and those folks, I can't say those names enough. And again, when you're out there thinking about doing your business in the community, please, people like the high school sports getting the coverage, no matter where you are, no matter what's going on. And so when you want to support a local business, well, who's supporting our local kids? Who's supporting our local community? It's those people that I just, ripped off that big list of there. And again, I'll give some love to, 2 big new sponsors here with Weefrich Financial and Woods Household Appliance at Claire. Weefrich and I have known each other for quite a while, so I've been kind of prying him to get in or whatever. But so happy for the sport. And he was also another one of those guys that he's a very successful businessman as well. And when I told him about my idea, and he thought it was a good idea. It's kind of another one of those things that, like, all right, if Brian thinks I'm on the right path, I'm probably on the right path. And a big shout out to Brett and the crew at Woods Household. Again, still new, doing things up in Clarence, so just great to get support from a business like there that's just very reputable and has done great things for a long, long time. So, yeah, when you're thinking about going out and doing business in the Mid-Michigan area, thinking about doing business with somebody supporting what we do here to bring you all this local high school action, including our friends, your wife, at Mount Pleasant Public Schools, who is hiring right now and need parapros, subs. Go to Will Sub to get started there. Go to Mount Pleasant Schools, mtpleasantschools with an s.net. And they have paid training for bus drivers. So that means as soon as you're there, you are punching in the clock and
get over and
paid.
Sign up.
Sophie Houck set up her teammate to Williger with a little dump over. Now the Huskies trying to set something up. I feel like they got to get off to a quick start here, down 2-0. Montrose now sends it over for the Irish girls. Nice little rally right here. It's blocked at the net, so the point will go to the Irish girls. That was Montrose with a nice play over on the far side there for the Irish girls.
Hey, real quick, we were talking about, your Mid-Michigan Sports Network here that we're talking about. Talking to some friends in, Kalamazoo. They're like, we wish big cities had local high school coverage like this. It's very unique. And, I know the kids and the coaches and the parents all love it.
Aaron Judge, the nice little tip right there. She knew she didn't need to go for the kill that time. Just a nice little tip over. And another nice setup from Sophie Houck. Yeah, and actually, let me throw this preface out there. If there is anybody out there listening and it's a little bit out of my area and you want to start something like this, reach out to me, Mid-Michigan Sports Network at gmail.com. And, what I'm doing isn't the easiest thing, but it's not the hardest thing either. A little bit of practice, I think anybody could kind of be doing this. And again, the more coverage out there for the girls, the boys, the better. And what I'm so excited about is once we get to basketball season, baseball and softball, I'm going to be doing 3, 4, 5 games a week. That's when it's really going to get a whole lot of fun. Nice block at the net there, but it's still going to be a point for the Husky girls. It's tied up 2-2, and you actually heard a little noise there from that Husky bench now as Coach is getting pumped up saying, hey, it is now or never.
Backed into a corner, right?
Yep, and Coach Horman telling her girls, hey, are we 25-1-1 or what? Let's go out there and play like it. On the serve now is Maddie Brees for the Husky girls. Houck looking to set up Judge for the kill, and she hammers it down.
I'll tell you what, Maddie Brees, that's a name that you will hear a lot of in basketball as well.
Yes, she's going to be a fantastic player.
She's such a good athlete.
Well, speaking of good basketball players as well, Aaron Judge, Sophie Houck, Sophie Houck continues to set up Aaron Judge. On the serve now, it's the Irish girls. Morrow on the serve. Husky girls, little tip over. Nice job by Ruckert, the libero, handling that one. Now looking for the kill is Chelsea Lynch, and she gets it. It's a nice job handling it over on the far side.
There's your angle.
By Maddie Brees. But again, that angle with the spin of the ball that's coming at these girls, not an easy play to make. 4-2, Irish girls now with the lead. They already lead it 2-0 here on Dig for Life night against Breckenridge. Again, Breckenridge is 25-1-1. The Irish girls 25-2-2. One of the biggest games of the state here tonight. Aaron Judge with a nice, intelligent play to go up above everybody to make the play at the net, but it's kept alive by the Husky girls. Kaw keeps it alive for her teammates. They send it over. Houck with a nice little dump over. Breckenridge continues to keep it alive. Ruckert gets it over the net somehow for the Irish girls as this long rally just continues. Ruckert sends it back over. Platt that time gets it for Breckenridge. Now looking for the kill at the net are the Husky girls, but it's kept alive. Now looking for the kill is Lynch, and she'll get it. There's that volley once again, Mike. You just keep it alive. You just keep it alive. The other team's eventually going to make a mistake. And I feel like on that rally, that volley there, Breckenridge had better chances to score, but the Irish girls just kept it alive over and over and over again and just waited for the mistake over on the other side of the net. And it's going to be an ace for the Irish girls on the serve that time. Ellie Morrow, I guess she stays on the serve. That long rally, last rally was so long. 6-2 the score.
I forgot who was serving. It's been so long.
You got a feeling if you're the Huskies, you don't want to get down by any more than this. Already trailing 2-0. That one will go into the net for Morrow. Again, I feel like this is kind of I don't want to say the last opportunity for these Husky girls, but they need a little bit of a rally right now. I don't think they've been up in any one of our first two sets. They have trailed the entire time. And again, trail here 6-3. Houck looks to set up Lynch. Lynch with the hammer down for the kill once again. And another setup from Sophie Houck. 7-3 the score. Roseland coming into the game. Judge coming out, also coming out. The libero Ruckert giving herself a little bit of break. 7-3 our score here in set number 3. The Irish girls lead it 2-0. It's got a back row attack almost there from McCall. Lynch now looking for the kill. It's kept alive. There's a good play to keep it alive by Blair Davenport, but there was nobody else around her, and she just had to stick her hands up in defense. And once it hit her, there's just nobody else to keep that ball alive. 8-3 our score. On the serve, Maddie Anderson. And it's a great serve.
Oh, wow.
Breckenridge is going to keep it alive, though. Houck, chance to set up her teammate. Roseland, just a little pass over this time. Davenport looking to set up her teammate. Is kept alive by the Irish girls once again. They just do not let the ball hit the floor. And the Husky girls, it was a tough play for Davenport. She didn't have any angle but to try and pass it over. She was pretty much underneath the net. And now here's the danger zone if you're Breckenridge. You're already down 2-0, and now you're down 6 in set 3. Maddie Anderson on the serve. Davenport sends it over. Wheaton, Houck, Lynch on the kill, and she gets it. That's exactly how you want to set it up right there for the Irish girls. You get that pass, receive, then you get to set up your setter. Big-time kill for Lynch. 10-3, the Irish girls really in control here.
Well, now you're seeing to see body language, too, on Breckenridge.
And a misplay there. That one actually, that would have been the most of it. What just happened right there, though, Mike? Number 2 hit it back. It almost went into the hoop off of her pass. I would have gone a little
2 points.
Yeah. Anderson remains on the serve. Again, it's all Irish right now. 11-3 Irish score here in set number 3. Chance for the kill from Morrow at the net. Really athletic play. But again, the Irish girls just don't let that ball hit the floor on their side of the net. Another chance for the kill. But again, the Irish girls keep it alive. Lynch just going to have to pass this one over. Huskies the chance to set it up. Nice little dump there from Davenport, but it's red. Roseland looking for the kill, and she'll get it on another assist from Sophie Houck.
It seems like Breckenridge can sustain a volley, and then at a certain point it sort of falls apart. And, Sacred Heart just keeps coming back repetitively and sets it up. And that's where you're seeing a lot of those volleys coming our direction.
And that could have to do, again, we'll continue to talk about the competition. Again, Breckenridge hasn't played bad competition, but the Sacred Heart the last 3 weeks have won tournaments in Garber, Perry, and Langsburg. That is 3 Saturdays in a row, 5 games, 5 wins. And Breckenridge was doing the same thing, but against teams their size of school. Sacred Heart did it against Garber, one of the top-ranked, I think, D2 teams in the state, and they did it against Mount Pleasant, who is a really good Division I Saginaw Valley school.
Hey, what did Ric Flair, the Nature Boy, say? If you want to be the man, you got to beat the man. And that's what we're doing. You go out and you play those.
But Ric Flair said, I have that written on my note. Hey, talking about great minds thinking alike right there. And I was trying to see, is it got to be the lady to beat the lady to be the lady or something like that? But that's just too funny that you brought that up, and I didn't get to it in my pregame notes. 12-3, Irish girls in control. They're up 2-0 on Breckenridge. But again, this Breckenridge team is 25-1-1. I think they've got a big rally in them, but that one goes out of bounds. Another point for the Irish girls. And, we've given some love to some girls. Maddie Anderson, Ellie Morrow. When those two have been on the serve for Sacred Heart, there's been a little something different out there for the Irish girls. They lead at 13-3 here. Davenport looking to set up McCall on the far side. She mishandles that one. 14-3. Now the Irish girls with the lead. And again, you kind of, not that it's bad body language from the Breckenridge girls, but again, you kind of sense it. They're like, oh, man, we're down big in this one. 14-3. Anderson still on the serve. And it's going to be an ace. That one just went right between 2 Husky players. And if you're Bailey Clapton libero, I think you're kind of expected to go after that one there. 15-3 our score. The Irish girls won the first set 25-12, the second one 25-17. And that was just going to be out of bounds. Anderson looking for that far sideline. She just missed it. 15-4, the Huskies will be back on the serve. Aldrich will be on the serve. And she's had a couple aces out there. Maddie Aldrich been solid tonight for Breckenridge. See if the Husky girls can get something going here in set number 3 as they trail it 2-0. And they're down 11 here in this set. Chelsea Lynch looking for the kill. Nice dig. Clap from her libero position. And it's going to be a double hit for the Huskies. Again, that's one of those that didn't look bad from our angle, but those officials have got a lot better view than I do. 16-4 now the score. Sophie Hauk on the serve. And that's the speed of high school volleyball.
Right.
That double pass is saying if you touch it with two hands at the opposite time, we're calling it every time. And I know that's a point of emphasis this year as well for those volleyball officials. And a pass that turns into a kill over the back of the head for the Husky girls right there. That's kind of a 1 in a million shot, but the Huskies will take it as they close the gap to 11. 16-5 the score. Nice job by Ruckert digging that one out. Now looking for the kills. Chelsea Lynch. It goes cross court, but the Huskies are able to dig it out. Another chance to set up the kill for Roseland. It's blocked at the net, but still ends up on the side of the Huskies. The Irish girls with a commanding lead. 17-5 on the serve is Miss Chelsea Lynch. She has been fantastic tonight. I've got her for at least 3 kills last set, at least 3 kills here in this set. And looking for the block right at the net was Roseland. I think she thought that one was coming down right at the net. It came down just a little bit on her side.
Yep.
So it was a tough play to make.
Tough to high point that.
Huskies will have a chance to get back at it here. On the serve is Bailey Clapp, the libero. Serves it to the fellow libero, Ruckert. Nice back row attack there from Chelsea Lynch. Huskies just going to have to pass this one over. Actually, it's a back row attack from McCaw, and an amazing one. 17-7 now the score. Again, every time the Husky girls score, you could feel the energy, but it just kind of, as you said, as those rallies go on and on and on, you start to lose the energy. It seems like the Irish girls are more used to those 12, 13, play volleys, I will say. And there's another big point from the Husky girls as it goes nearly into the stands for the Irish.
Little rally for the Huskies here.
Clapp remains on the serve. They trail at 17-8 here in set 3. They're already down 2-0. It's going to go out of bounds on the serve. And those are the unforced errors you can't have when you're down 6, 7, 8, 9 points. Again, give credit to the Irish girls. They're doing a good job of even when they don't have the good offensive play, they're just not letting the ball hit the floor. Ruckert on the serve. It's going to be an ace for Izzy Ruckert. 19-8. The Irish girls 6 points away from a sweep of conference foe Breckenridge. And
I didn't know if I'd expect this or not.
I did not. I talked about the competition, but you still expected this one to go 5 sets. It's going to be another double hit on the Husky girls. 20-8 now the score. And again, this isn't for the conference championship. No. There's still a lot to be decided, but it's a big deal going a long ways. Sacred Heart's going to have to really get upset by somebody else in the MSAC if it's not going to be this Husky girls team. And again, these two teams will be in districts together against each other. And so this has got a whole lot riding on the line as far as confidence goes towards the future as
100%,
well.
100%.
21-8 the score. Izzy Ruckert still on the serve for the Irish girls.
We're already into October. How about that?
Just crazy.
Screaming by.
And it's going to be a mishandled serve, or I should say a good serve from Ruckert. That knuckleball action again, once you're one of the Husky girls, you get your arms on it to try and pass it. It just goes off the left. It just goes off to the right. That has to do with that knuckleball action on that float serve, as they call it. 22-8, Irish girls on top. Ruckert sends it over. Huskies looking for the spike, and it goes into the net once again. 2 points away from closing it out. Here are the Irish girls.
Wow.
Bird All-American Grill post-game show. Talk about that. Zaid Batchelder, baller of the game. Mumford Oil and Gas Supply, assist of the game and all that stuff. And that's going to Miss Sophie Hauk. She's been great Think about that Weber Brothers Sawmill Timber of the game, kind of the best player at the net. Aaron Judge, Chelsea Lynch, kind of both in the running for that. Maybe we'll give them kind of the co-award. On the serve now is Izzy Ruckert. Match point here for the Irish girls. It's going to be long. And again, the Huskies, give them some credit to hold off there when it's match point. That cannot be easy. Again, with the rally scoring, it doesn't matter if the Husky girls are now on the serve. They cannot let the ball hit the floor on their side of the net the rest of this set. Nice dig from Ruckert. Hauk looking to set up her teammate Terwilliger for the kill, and there it is. 25-9, absolute domination from the Irish girls as they sweep Breckenridge. Breckenridge falls to 25-2-1. The Irish girls improve to 26-2-2. As you said a moment ago, this is not what we expected coming into tonight.
This was massive. Yeah, like you said, going to 5, I thought we were almost guaranteed to do that.
Yeah, but a big credit to these Irish girls. We're going to take a break here. We're going to come back on in to the Bird All-American Grill postgame show and talk about some of our postgame awards here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
GNS Mechanical in Wademan offers service and installation on everything for your home and business. From a simple filter replacement to furnace, central air service, and install, geothermal, and walk-in coolers and freezers. If you have a need, GNS Mechanical has a solution. Learn more at gnsmechanical.com or call 989-644-2106.
Mumford Oil and Gas Supply is your one-stop shop for top-quality products and procurement in the Michigan oil and gas industry. With over 45 years of experience and a strong commitment to customer satisfaction, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply delivers the best solutions for your oil and gas production, drilling, and service needs. If you need it, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply can get it. Visit them on Fancher today or give them a call at 989-317-8582.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back inside of the Mid-Michigan Sports Network and our Bird All-American Grill post-game show. What a fantastic performance from the Irish girls. 25-12, 25-17, and 25-9. Did not expect a dominating performance quite like this from the Sacred Heart Academy Irish girls. Just fantastic against a really, really strong full Breckenridge. Again, the Husky girls came into this game at 1-1. The Irish girls at 25-2-2, but I brought it up a few times. This is, again, not knocking on Breckenridge. They've played who's on their schedule, and they've been able to defeat them. But the schedule the Irish girls played had them much more seasoned, I will make that joke, to come into this game and come out of here with a victory. Gates Drilling and Service halftime report obviously didn't really get to that. And again, I just got to give a big shout-out to all these sponsors. Like I said with Mike Verlager, when you're thinking about going out and doing business in mid-Michigan, think about these places because they are the ones that make it possible for me to bring you high school sports. Coming to you from the Barbary Law Studios, built by Konwinski Construction. Big shout out to Gates Drilling and Service. We'll have the halftime report coming up Thursday and Friday with football, but not really any halftime here for the volleyball. So I got to give a shout out to Bill's Custom Fab. The Bill's Custom Fab fabrication of the game is going to go to Sophie Hauk on a couple of different assists that he had that I'm going to ask Coach Davis about when she joins me here in a couple minutes. The ball kind of goes up near the top of the net, and she could maybe hit it down, let it go, but instead she kind of tips it back on an upward trajectory for her teammate. So it's a set from the top of the net. Just looks different. Really, really cool stuff. Again, to continue to thank some of our sponsors, the Woods Household Appliance up in Clare, Weefrich Financial, J&J Auto, Konwinski Construction, Weber Brothers Sawmill, that timber of the game. Oh, boy. We're going to give it to the pair of Aaron Judge and Chelsea Lynch, who are both absolutely fantastic at the net all evening long for the Irish girls. And I talked about the Mumford Oil and Gas Supply assist of the game, or the assister of the game it's kind of turning into for high school volleyball. Sophie Hauk from her setter position. Man, she's maybe my favorite setter to watch as I'm kind of getting things down. I think some of that credit also goes to Coach Davis for always having her in the right spot. Big shout out to ENS Graphics, GNS Mechanical, Fisher Companies, Central Concrete, Central Asphalt and Fisher Transportation, Bogwai Bang Gun Bradley, Schaefer's Bait and Sporting Goods, Gross Farms, Brad Gross Electric, Almost Up North and Stitches for Britches, Rick's Food Center, WW Construction, Doozy's Ice Cream Place, Boomer's Lawn Care, Barry Funeral Home, Joe Wentworth and Bryce Updegraff, Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates. Go with Joe, and The Price is Right with Bryce, or The Bryce is Right. Yeah, The Price is, we got that one down. I also shout Central Michigan Sand and Gravel, the official embroider of the Mid-Michigan Sports Network, hanging by a thread, Block Electric, The Diner, All Seasons Fireworks, and Bryant Family Farms. Moms, you know they love mums, so you can still get your mom a mum. Head out to Bryant Family Farms, open every Tuesday and Thursday from 3 to 7 p.m., and every Saturday morning from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's Bryant Family Farms. Go get your mom a mum. They have got some, if you've never heard of a thing called maple cream, you got to go out there and get yourself some because it is absolutely fantastic. It's like Krista Davis now going to jump up here and join me. But again, a big-time win for the Irish girls here. They win it 25-12, 25-17, and 25-9. Think about that. Zaid Batchelder, baller of the night. We're going to play his song, and when we come back, we'll kind of discuss it a little bit with Coach Davis.
Well, hey there, Zaid. This song of love is just for you. So turn it up. Peekaboo, Zaid, I see you when we wrote a song about what you do. Like listening to music and going outside, wearing a smile on your face so wide, yeah. Woo!
Welcome back into the Barbary Law Studios. And Coach Davis, I think that's when she put on the headset and said, what? What is this? So Zaid Batchelder is a young man who was one of my biggest fans who unfortunately because of some health issues passed away last year. And he was a big supporter of the Irish down, even though he's a Beale City kid, was listening to all the Irish playoff games last year on the basketball run. And so Zaid Batchelder, baller of the game is what we do to kind of keep his memory, kind of honor his memory. And so Aaron Judge, Chelsea Lynch, Sophie Hauk. I'm still learning so much about volleyball, of what's going on out there. But the plays that I wanted to ask you about were the over-the-net sets from Sophie Hauk. Does that make sense?
Isn't she amazing? She flies above the net.
Tips it back.
Absolutely. She saves those really tight passes. We've been working on really pushing our pass up to the setter so she can run our offense. We are a little too aggressive with that tonight. So our passes were right above top of the net, and Sophie Hauk reads the ball so well. She flies up, one hand sets beautifully, and she pops it right to a hitter. And I train my hitters to go rescue her because she doesn't have a whole lot of strength on those tip backs. So, they responded. So it's all kind of in the moment of the play. It's not really a play call. It's just reading the game and knowing how to react to it.
I'm learning so much about volleyball, watching everything. I'm starting to see the intelligence. And, like I said, when I watch a point guard in basketball, they make that play that nobody, like I said, you see that. I'm really starting to learn. Like I said, that's what I saw with Sophie tonight. 4 or 5 times where it would have been easy for her just to let the play go over the net, but she knew her teammate was in the right place. And so, like I said, the little upward trajectory that she puts on it as well really sets up, whether it was Judge, whether it was, Terwilliger, Montrose, or anybody all night long. Just absolutely fantastic. So I did the Weber Brothers Sawmill Timber of the game, kind of the front line. I gave that the kind of combination of Chelsea and Aaron because they were great up there. But you all right with the Zaid Batchelder, baller of the game, going to Sophie tonight?
Oh, absolutely. I think she was the one that made our game work really well. She is the quarterback. She's the point guard. She runs the plays. I guess she could have let the balls fall over the net. They could have been blocked. They could have been hit. They could have picked that up and hit it back at us. But we would prefer to be offensive on that. And Sophie reads the game. She trusts her teammates, and her teammates trust her, and she puts up a beautiful set for all of my hitters.
That's the type of stuff where that's stuff you can't coach. That's instinct, that's feel, that's intelligence, and a whole lot of athleticism for that young lady as well,
she's incredible.
Yep, and so 25-12, 25-17, 25-9. You're going to be able to have a good laugh at me and Mike Verlager calling this game if you go back and check it out. But one of the things I talked about coming into this game, looking at the records, was the competition. And Breckenridge has played good competition. There's nothing wrong. They've played some schools their size. You guys have gone up against some monster schools. And the thing I talked about coming into tonight was the last 3 weekends, Perry, Garber, Langsburg. Those are 3 big-time tournaments. You guys came out on top of all of them, so you guys really had to come in with confidence high tonight.
You know, I do think that those weekend tournaments are fun because we get to play competition outside of what we would normally see within our conference, within maybe postseason. So I try to schedule some bigger schools. And when we make those schedules, we don't know the other teams that are going to enter into them. But, you know, I love the fact that we were able to play against some schools in those types of environments and big-time games, right? And it's just the stamina that they learned to endure an entire 10-hour game on a Saturday or 10-hour day on a Saturday. We played Mount Pleasant, Division I school. Garber, Division II school, they're also ranked. Then we threw in Bronson last weekend. They're a Division III powerhouse.
I like how you brought up the stamina because that was something I noticed, that the rallies. Once that rally got, 6-7 turns back and forth, your girls stayed with it a little bit better, and that might have been the difference in the game. You and the coach talked about don't let the balloon hit the floor. You guys just did that a number of times. They made some great plays from Breckenridge, but your girls just refused. Some pancake digs out there and just keeping the ball alive. And just got to wait for that other team to make a mistake sometimes.
Well, and that's credit to Isabel Rickard, my libero. She reads the game so well. She's so aggressive. She dives for everything. There's not a play that she doesn't go after. And she just thrives in environments that are like that, where she has to dive all over the floor, where she has to find some hard hits and pull it up. And she really commands the backcourt.
And there was a couple times, and again, Breckenridge is a fantastic team. They're going to be a tough out once you guys get into the playoffs. But there was a couple times where there was some indecision on the other side. And for you, you're the libero. You're always going to get that ball. You always go after. You're the one diving to get it every single time.
Right. My girls are trained to always defer to Izzy. If Izzy is there and she's calling for it, then I want her handling that ball.
All right, Coach Davis, thanks so much for joining me. Congratulations.
Thanks for calling the game. Welcome back to Sacred Heart. This was fun. Thanks for taking
it was.
us.
I think I got Fulton coming up in a little bit, and then I also did see the MSAC still has a district tourney.
We do.
So maybe we'll find a way to be a part of that one as well. But Coach Davis,
would be great.
Congratulations. But last thing I want to point out, tonight was about so much more than volleyball. Damon Brown, kind enough to join me, kind enough to speak out here as well. All the funds raised tonight go to the Angel Wings Fund. It's just going to do so many great things here in our community to help kids, parents are affected lives. Everybody knows somebody whose life was affected by cancer. And I'll compare it again to the B4 Foundation with Terry Hesbrook. Damon is taking some of the worst moments of his life and talking about it to make sure that it betters the life of others. And that's just an outstanding human being right there.
He's incredible, and I'm really thankful that he's part of our community. And you're correct. This is just a game. We get to go home. We're healthy, but we have to realize that this is larger than us. And if people still want to donate, you can go to our website, or you can find our Sacred Heart Volleyball page on Facebook, Sacred Heart Academy on Facebook. There's a QR code if you'd still like to donate.
Yep. If they get a hold of me too, I'm going to send them to the right place as well.
Good.
But Coach Davis, go celebrate with the team. Congratulations. And thanks to everybody out there for listening. Remember, every game is available through the NFHS network, their partnership with the MHSA. And you can find all of my stuff, links to it through the MidMichiganSportsNetwork.com. I'll have this game up in a day or two, but you can already find stuff from last week's high school football action. It is the Mid-Michigan Sports Network, bringing you everything here in the Mid-Michigan area. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Bird All-American Grill post-game show. We'll be back with you Thursday. Sacred Heart Academy back at it. Football action, 4-1 Sacred Heart, 4-1 Fulton. Friday, a pair of 4-1 teams. 4-1 Beale City at 4-1 Everett. Find a full schedule for all of our local teams as well at the All Schedules tab at MidMichiganSportsNetwork.com. Chris Bachman signing off till Thursday.